Now let's also take this a step further by looking at Arrangement View. Just for ease, I'm going to select all these, and I'm just going to press and hold my mouse and then hold Tab. You'll see that it grabbed all of them over here. I did that just so I have these different sections already looped, right? Well, in Arrangement View, you have an advantage of being able to either adding notes to it, or I can show you how we can use MIDI to really tell the student where the chord changes are. So if I insert a new MIDI track, let's just put it here and call it chords. What you can do is you can go ahead and I'm just going to select this same area and say insert a MIDI clip. Well, here, what I can do is listen to this. I can tell right here it has a chord change, so I'm going to press Control E or Command E to cut. And then looks like here. And there. So these two sections, I'm going to just change the color. And that's all C. So I already know this song, but you could sit here and you could play along with either a piano or a guitar or something like that to understand what the chord changes are. But I know that this is C major, and then this is G7, C major, G7, and C major. Now, if I had that for my student, they will already know what these chord changes are. And you could even get more in depth if you wanted to. Certain songs already have MIDI pre-created, so you can download it and have it sitting there so they could see what those notes are. But if you wanted to, like let's say, if I wanted to, I could always come in here and draw C major and put it over exactly where they play. Oops. So I'm just drawing in the MIDI. Let me get that right. So I'm holding Alt so it's off the grid, just because this song was played, it's not so grid oriented. And then I could continue to write wherever I see that I would want them to strum a chord, for instance, so that they can see the timing of it. Now, granted, if you know sheet music or anything like that, it's a lot easier. But this is like, let's say just a live set for a student. They can open up and see, okay, I play C major in those parts. I can see it compared to the waveform, and they can just go ahead and practice with that. I personally find just shrinking that and then having this here so they know where the chord changes are happening in the song makes it super easy to practice and keep them in time for what's happening. This is a great exercise for a student to come in here and try to also figure out what these chords are and then write it themselves, figure out for the rest of the track. That's an amazing exercise for them to know what's happening in their song. And then when they practice it, it's going to be a lot easier for them to know where these changes are. And in Arrangement View, you can also loop a section if you want it by just right-click, say Loop Section, or you have Control L and Command L on Mac, and that way they can just loop that section, see where those chord changes are, and just practice along.